Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Thursday, September 11th, 2025. And we're doing a general collective reading for you. Before I start, I just want to give a big shout out and a happy birthday to my niece Jennifer, who's no longer here with us, unfortunately. I miss you so very much. I love you. Happy birthday. Wherever she is, I hope that she's celebrating and being celebrated. Hope she knows that we love her. I just want to say thank you for being here. I truly am grateful to each and every one of you. I love you guys so very much. Let's get right into this reading, shall we? See what Spirit wants to talk about. Thank you for being here. Oh, see how that just popped right out? Fertility, 3. This could be the Empress. It could be a pregnancy. Congratulations. If so, it could be a mother or a mature female. If not, it could be a divine feminine energy, male or female, that we're dealing with. This is the overarching energy. Very creative, down to earth, unconditional love. Let's see which way it goes. There's heartache and loss. Maybe for a mother. Maybe it's a baby. I'm so sorry. Please, if you get triggered, you can sign off, but sometimes it's best to just... I know you're hurting because I've done that. I've gone through this before. Sometimes it helps to listen to other people. I don't know. It's up to you. I'm not forcing you. Heartache and loss. I'm sorry you're going through that. 3-3. It also indicates to me that you're elevating, you're ascending here. Or the Ascended Masters are working with you, okay? You can be, you could possibly be one, so there's no need for you to be triggered here, because obviously you're healing, or you've healed, okay? I don't know. Somebody lost authority, had no authority to do what they were doing. Somebody wanted power and control. That's the Emperor in reverse. No divinity. Somebody had an image to uphold. They bent to public pressure. This is a bully, a tyrant. Somebody didn't want to be a father, if maybe you are a mother or about to be. Another 3 in reverse. Wow. Solar plexus chakra. So somebody is not very strong-willed. 3-3. Look at all the 3s in reverse. Recognition and reward. Somebody wants power and control over you, or power of attorney, or some sort of thing. There's a doppelganger. That you're dealing with a doppelganger. They don't want you to be recognized or to reap your rewards, or they will not because of something they were doing. I don't know. Yeah, your third eye chakra is open here, okay? There could be a third-party situation that you're dealing with, or you, like I said, you made the proper choices here. You used your higher wisdom and you've ascended. Something to do with a decision or a contract, maybe. But you see it. You have intuition here. Resting and rejuvenation. You're balancing things out. You're resting. You're healing. You've healed. Congratulations. You took back your power. You bossed up. Congratulations. Now, no, she's in the upright, so I can't really say that. Okay. Keep going. We'll see where else we're going to go with this. Sorry, I was going to say something else, but no. That just doesn't make sense. We have the... fertility here. You could be getting ready to birth something new. Yeah, so you got to block somebody. Or you did, or you will. This could be past, present, or future. Block them out of your energy here, okay? Because you're getting ready to birth something new, either a child or something new, a creative endeavor. You're very artistic and creative here, obviously. Male or female. You don't have to block them, or they're trying to block you. Yeah, they're a liar, okay? They caused you heartbreak and sorrow in the past. You've learned your lessons, right? You will be attending a get-together soon. It could be an ex-friend, ex-family member. 888. Something got started, kickstarted on the Lionsgate portal last month. And I keep hearing that over and over again. Something got kickstarted back then. But 888 is a number of abundance, congratulations, and or karma. You're independently owned and operated, congratulations. X could be a signature. Thank you, Spirit. They just said X. Somebody tried to assign your name onto something. Could be a signature as well. Because back in the days, not a lot of people were educated, okay? And a lot of people couldn't read or write. So whenever they did have to sign their name on something, it would be an X, right? Something to do with autumn, and autumn's around the corner. It could be a horn of plenty, a cornucopia, you know what I mean? Coming towards you because you are independently owned and operated. It could be a business, it could be you, okay? Something that's a spiritual awakening, congratulations. And somebody's competing with you, stiff competition. They want you to compete with them. Whoever this is not practical. They don't want you being practical. Maybe you're practical and they don't like that. You're going to be facing some news of legalities because they were living in fantasy land. Some sort of player energy. Play acting, playing you, playing other people, gambling. It's over for them. Bye. It's the end, my friend. That's what happens, you know, when you want to play. So we have fertility, 3, block them. Nothing but a liar. They want to pop up on you. Surprise visit, reaching out in person. Block them. Maybe you have to. Maybe they keep doing this to you. Maybe they show up where you are. You're going to have to block them one way or another. You might have to get a, what do you call it? No contact. You have to go to the police. Get a restraining order. I don't know what this is. Yeah, you could be on the spotlight, or they are, or they want the spotlight. This is somebody that needs an audience. They always want to be in the limelight because they're self-absorbed. But you could also be in the spotlight, and that's why they want to come back towards you, so they can keep you in a cage and they can reap the rewards, right? The benefits of being near you. There's contemplation, yes or no, unsure, choices, decisions, sick and tired. Cycles over, decision made. They're snooping. Drive by, they could be driving by your home, your workplace, or wherever you frequent. Could be stalking you in person or on social media. They could be visiting psychics and tarot readers to get information on you, which is divination abuse. And unfortunately, if you're not well versed in energy, and sometimes these tarot readers unfortunately get taken in by liars, and you can lose your spiritual gifts and or your business. Okay, because this is going against spiritual and universal laws. There's karma attached to this. Even if you didn't know, you're supposed to know. You're a tarot reader, okay? If you claim you're an intuitive, you're supposed to know. And these people don't give a shit about you. They don't care about your business. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate. But these people are going to get karma. If they did put a tarot reader in harm's way, they will get their karma for that as well. So don't worry about that, okay? So it is what it is. Or you could be a tarot reader or a psychic. And that's why they have to stay as far away from you as possible, because you see them, you sense them. But they're still around. They're still trying to get close to you, maybe. I know it's true in my situation, too. I sense people trying to get into my energy, and it's like, get the fuck out. That door slammed, sealed, blocked, bricked up. Where are we going with this? What's this? Fruitful? No, fertility 3. Block them and pop up. Maybe you block them and they have no recourse but to pop up. But, you know, chances are if you block somebody, that means you don't want to hear that from them. You don't want to see them. You certainly don't want them popping up on you. I don't know. Some people just don't get the hint. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? Thank you. Devil in disguise, I just heard. Damn, devil energy. You're always 10 steps ahead because you are an intuitive. So you could be an intuitive or a tarot reader. You don't have to be a tarot reader. You definitely are intuitive. I was picking that up. This is a coward. Something to do with a partner or a coward partner or somebody else you were dealing with. Place yourself where it belongs. They were celebrating something. Division of property here. With a friend and their siblings or your siblings. You're a chosen one. Or they're trying to give off the impression they're a chosen one, but they can't heal. They have to go to tarot readers to find out their fate. They're a chosen one, and they're not a chosen one then. Credit, good or bad. They got bad credit. Listen, you can't say you're a chosen one, you're an earth angel, you're a divine this, that, and the other thing, and you're here to help spread cheer. And you're trying to advise people and guide people. You can't do that if you got bad credit. You can't do that if you're unhealed. You can't do that if you're still in your self-node. You can't do that if you're still addicted to certain things. You can't do that if you're still sleeping around and playing that he said, she said game. If you're a third party or you're welcoming a third party, you can't do that. You need to heal. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying this to insult you. It is that God's honest truth. You can't be a chosen one, a divine one, an earth angel, and guide the world if that's how you're living your life. Okay? Accusing others, hating and trolling others, spying on others. You can't. You're not a divine being. You're not an earth angel. You're not a chosen one. But the one that you are going up against could very well be. And that could be you. Congratulations. They're under a lot of pressure here. Trying to put pressure on you. I'm definitely picking up false faces here. Giving off false impressions as to who they are. Whoever you're dealing with. It's all bullshit. I don't know. They don't want to do the work, but they want the kudos. Go figure. They want to tell people how to live their lives, but they can't even live their lives properly. Go figure. The mask is falling off. A lot of people doing this. The mask is falling off. They're not stable. They're not balanced. Yeah, you have bad times. We all do, me included. It's all on how you handle it. What choices you have. And trust me, we all have choices. Good or bad. It's just what you're inclined to do. Okay? Sometimes it takes a little bit of work. Sometimes you got to go without to do the right things. Some people just aren't willing to do that. Go without. Do the work. You know what I'm saying? But they want the kudos. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? Fertility 3, block them, pop up, and Devo. Thank you. Earth angel, balanced, healed. They need to heal. At peace. Alchemizing, transmuting, divinely protected by the angels. Fair. Could be a teacher, a healer, or you're dealing with one. Overarching energy. Ooh, they're getting karma. We had a fortune in reverse. Somebody's stagnating. They're stalling, trying to cause setbacks and delays for you, or it's happening to them. Something's overturned here. It's a come back onto them. Everything they tried to say or do is falling back onto them. Reversal of fortune, a change of direction. Somebody's not happy. They get some karma. Yeah, they gotta drop something, let something go. 10 of Wands in reverse. They want to come back towards you. They want you to come back into another toxic cycle with them because you're unburdened. Because they didn't have as many burdens with you as they do now. I don't think so. You made a conscious decision to not take on other people's burdens. You're done with it. You ended this cycle a long time ago. Whoever you're dealing with was unfaithful, whether it's a relationship, cheated on you, or it's a friend, or it's family. You can't trust them. They can't come correct. They're immature and unstable, immature, unreliable, not dependable, irresponsible, lazy, can't come correct, never pay their way, or they didn't pay you money they owed you. They could have been trying to steal your money, your mail, something important here. It's not their rite of passage. They have nothing of value to offer you. This is somebody that wanted a life of luxury off your back. They wanted you to appear unstable and them appear stable. Yeah, definitely. This is somebody that can't mind their own business. They can't run a business. They don't want to do the work. They're not hardworking. They're not single, abundant. They're nothing like that. They're heavy duty, codependent. This could be a financial crime as well. They're greedy and they're selfish. They're unstable and insecure. Don't like to be alone. Don't want to work. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. They want a life of luxury off your back. They wanted you to appear unstable, so they tried to make you lose your job. Could be all of these things, could be some of these things. Take what only applies. This person or these people don't want to put the work in. Whatever they tried to do, it didn't work. They're very irresponsible. It's too much like work. You know, to work is too much like work. They can't master themselves. They can't master anything. They haven't gone to school. They don't want to learn. They think they're above it all. Don't want to put the time in. Yeah, they'd rather party. Nine of Cups in reverse. Or claim that you are partying all the time. This is somebody that's very smug, full of themselves, selfish, and know it all and show off. This is somebody that starts things and they never end. They start things, but they don't follow it through. There's no stick-to-itiveness. They spread a lot of gossip, though. They want everybody to pay attention to them. Maybe they're taking on your persona, your essence, your who you are as a person and pretending it's them, right? Regaling people with your stories, not theirs. This is a fall from grace. This is not wish fulfillment. They certainly don't want you having wish fulfillment. Somebody got caught doing something they shouldn't have been doing. They're not getting away with this. Seven of Swords in reverse. They got caught. They have to come clean. You're getting justice here. This is a balancing of the scales. That's a reckoning. This is karma. Somebody judged you poorly, wrongly, misjudged you. They don't want to take accountability. This is a lack of acceptance, accountability. Oh, boy. Lack of judgment here. Poor decision making. Harsh judgment. No second chances getting karma. They're heartbroken. Made some poor decisions here. They broke their own heart. Somebody's a narcissist, sociopath, or psychopath. This is a pathological liar, user, abuser, cold, calculating, and cruel. Very abusive here. Very dangerous. Self-serving. They don't care about anybody but themselves. They think they're smart, but they're not. They think they can outwit people. They can't. They don't have the higher perspective here or perception. They can't overcome these mountains. They rely on other people and other people's money or excuses to get somewhere. You know what I'm saying? This could be somebody very dangerous, had no authority to do or say anything. They need to heal. Four Swords in the upright. They need to fucking heal. Be very careful, whoever this is. Male or female, place the genders where it belongs, okay? So they lie, they cheat, they steal because they claim they're heartbroken. Then heal. It's not an excuse. Yeah, stealing money here. Causing family discord. No long-term stability. Taking away people's long-term stability or families. This could be a home wrecker. They can't stand people that are happy, that have families, who work hard and who have achieved things in their lives. So they have to come in and wreck it for people. This is going to cost them a lot. They cost a lot of people a lot of money. Maybe your own family. They stole a lot of money from you or someone else. This is the end of the line. Can't go any further. They're scared. They're injured. They're sick. Or they try to injure you or make you sick. Or claimed you were sick. This is a scandal. They don't want to heal. This is misappropriation of funds. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. They overestimated themselves. That's what I'm picking up. Some blowhard who thinks they're all that in a bag of chips, but they're nothing. Okay, they're nothing. They misappropriated some funds. They spent some money that wasn't theirs. They didn't want to invest in you. This was a poor investment. They can't go any further. This is the end of the line. You get what you give with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. They are scared. They can't produce something. If they were in charge of some money or property or valuables, they spent it. They have to relocate. This was a crime. This was abuse. They endangered other people. They were reckless. Other people knew about it potentially, and they took no action. Holding back, impersonating you, forgery. There we go. Felt entitled. Could be two knights working, two other people, two younger people working with them. Blowhards, okay? Think they're all that in a bag of chips. Male or female, doesn't matter. Somebody's hot-headed here. They're all hot-headed. They jump to conclusions, right? Wow. Somebody that feels entitled. They're shit down stink, right? Stealing your work, your ideas, your achievements. Impersonating you, forging your signature. Online, this is ending here. It could be travel or moving. You're protected. This is victory. Learning lessons here. Something ending a cycle to begin a new one. This is learning lessons. Could be done online. Somebody at a distance. You could be online, trying to hold you back from ending something, or hold you back online if you work online. Doesn't have to be. Just for those who do this. Yeah, they're grieving and regretting here. They're very disappointed, or you're disappointed in them. You ended a cycle. That's it. Done. Yeah, they did too much. They could be wanting to take you out, or they took somebody out, or somebody got injured here. 10 of Swords in reverse. They did too much. They need to go into recovery. They want to ask for forgiveness now. They want to take the swords out of your back that they placed there. Maybe if I placed that sword a little lower, maybe that would have done the trick. Now I gotta apologize. Oh, shit. Yeah, ending a cycle. You bossed up. You took back your power. Somebody with authority, or this could be somebody, male or female. It could be a father, yes. It could be a boss. It could be a leader. The end of a father, boss, or leader. Or this is somebody taking their place. This could be you or someone else, male or female. Somebody with authority, with power, with connections here, doing the right thing for everybody involved. Somebody with authority. Could be a divine masculine energy. You've gone through the highs and lows of each and every king in the deck, and learned their lessons, learned your lessons, elevated and ascended. And you're displaying the finer things of all 4 kings in the deck, and then some. It's the most masculine, powerful masculine energy. Male or female. This is a go-getter. This is somebody that takes action. Could be somebody's investigating the end of somebody with power here, with authority. Somebody with authority is investigating. Ooh, this is the authorities coming through. Overcoming, taking initiative here, taking control, bringing back balance to a situation, moving forward. This is universally driven. This is victory. You overcame a lot. They're finding this out on your own because you have authority. Spiritual, I think. Somebody could be traveling or moving. Pleasure seekers. Somebody, I don't know. Somebody needs to bring back balance to a situation. It's radical acceptance. Okay? Whoever you're dealing with, or whatever the situation is, you radically accepted it for what it is. You're not going to listen to their bull crap, their excuses. You see it for what it is. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. Moving on. Maybe the authorities coming through. They've investigated. Somebody with authorities coming through towards you. They're finding out somebody lied. They were vindictive, a liar, jealous, bitter, and cruel. They scapegoated you. Damn. It's the end of a family or a group. This is a home wrecker. Somebody's not happy. Yeah, they scapegoated a Queen of Pentacles, male or female. Somebody that knows their value and their worth, who's hardworking and abundant, independent, generous, kind, down to earth, knows their value and worth, has integrity, loyalty, and honesty, is a nurturer, a giver, who maintained emotionally. You maintained yourself. You stayed balanced emotionally, mentally. You didn't lose your shit. You remained kind, nurturing, and sweet. This is the biggest cup of love, male or female, okay? But highly intuitive and psychic. This could be you or 2 people, you and someone else. But I'm picking up one person, male or female. Yeah, you are the divine feminine energy. So somebody wanted to be you. Now they're scared. They tried to intimidate you. They had lost control of you. They can't control you. You're birthing something new. You're down to earth. You're loving. You're kind. You're nurturing. You're sweet. Somebody wanted to be you, so they lied. It could be male or female, okay? But so far, what else is missing? The Queen of Wands is missing. Yeah. Fast forward motion here. This is good news. You could be traveling and or moving. But something's picking up some speed. Yeah, somebody gave out false, misleading information. You could have lost some children. I'm so sorry. Or this was unrequited love, okay? Whatever this was, whatever relationship, whether it's love, friendship, family, it was not reciprocal. So whoever you're dealing with didn't want to heal their inner childhood wounds. They wanted you to go back into another toxic cycle with them so they can just keep traumatizing you, trauma bond with you, but you see it for what it is. All that glitters isn't gold. Maybe somebody thought they'd dry up some of your money, take away people from you, you know. You wouldn't have any choice but to go back to them. Yeah, they were doing magic. They're shit-talking, unwise counsel. Secrets are now coming out. Somebody online here is losing illusion. This is running out of options. They're losing everything. Giving out false, misleading information. They're being investigated. This is under surveillance. This is delayed communication from afar. Somebody's learned something about this group. Somebody was competing with you. They were jealous of you. So a bunch of people here involved. Watching, spying. Trying to compete. Yeah, the worst has happened. This is a nightmare. Or you don't look worried. Yeah, somebody's resisting change. Something's not changed. And they can't unalive you. It's a permanent, profound ending for whomever this is. This is a warlock. They committed a crime. This is divorce or separation. A false contract. Yeah, they can't unalive an earth angel, or you're being protected by the angels. You transmute and alchemize. They're scared. They are scared because they were doing magic. This was a scam artist, a love bomber. People are going the other way. They can't find any help anymore. They were lazy and disrespectful. This is a false contract, ending a third-party situation or a collaboration. They're sick, feeling ashamed of themselves. They don't want anybody to know what they've done. They're losing hope. Oof, this was fraud or theft, or this was unbalanced. They're heading towards bankruptcy. They really wanted you to look unstable. They breadcrumbed you, though. They don't want anybody to know that. They wanted you to lose. They don't want you having wish fulfillment. They never helped you. Okay. It's a tower moment. We got to let this go. That this person's unstable and insecure. They have no protection. They have to let this go, release something. They can't hold you back any longer. Somebody wants to open up now because the tower's hit. Now they need your help. They want your counsel. They want your pity. They can't control this any longer. You know, they're making a head over heart decision, weighing options. They see that you're stable and in alignment. They were stable and in alignment in your having a partnership with you. You have harmony. You're living in harmony here. Ever since you walked away from this person, you're not emotionally invested. They're facing the unknown because they're a liar. You don't want to talk to them. You see it for what it is. Okay? You have foresight. You're prepared to prepare. You're not looking back. You're not going back to the past. You're moving forward. You know they're a liar. You don't want to talk to them. Nothing good comes out of their mouth. They're having an emotional outburst. They're immature, insincere, and childish. They were doing magic, and you saw it for what it was. They want to fight with you. They try to attack you. They made allegations that were unfounded or untrue about you. They wanted you to fight and compete with them. Ain't going to happen. They can't block you. They don't have a leg to stand on. They have no protection. They have no defense. So now they're crying, right? They didn't protect you or your interest or your honor. They didn't fight for you. They didn't want to fight for you. They just wanted to hurt you. Yep, you consciously know this. You're co-creating with the divine. You're manifesting something new. You alchemize and transmute. You have all the tools you need for success. You're going to be taking action against them. You know that they were trying to block you from moving forward. Right? They wanted you too afraid to make a decision. They're afraid to make a decision. There we go. They're feeling this kind of way. Right? Rejected, abandoned. Feeling sorry for themselves, having a pity party. Unloved. Why didn't I show them a bit of love? They were draining you. This is no love. No true love anyways. No new beginnings. Not happy. The truth and clarity. You're happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. They're being exposed. Whatever they did or said is being exposed. Illumination. They're reckless, they're careless, they're foolish. No new beginnings here. Very karmic soul tie. You left it behind. They didn't want to use their higher wisdom. They made some poor decisions. They're getting the consequences. It was all one-sided, whether it was a contract or just a relationship. They're away of the highway. They were doing shit behind your back here. The minute your back was turned, spreading egregious gossip with the third parties. They were traveling. These are pleasure seekers. They stole some sort of money or credit and went traveling with their friends. They went towards somebody at a distance. Could be cult, coven, secret societies, practitioners to do this. Okay, there's no reconciling. Somebody's not happy. Truth is out. They can't hide this anymore. So all about these people were opportunists. It's all about this money, opportunity, spiritual gifts. Maybe they're trying to steal your spiritual gifts. Okay, they're going towards lack and loss, poverty here. They're being exposed. This is public humiliation. Damn, they bore false witness. This is divination, abuse. They're in debt. Didn't want to learn a lesson. Didn't want to listen. Oh, learning's for other people. Learning's not for me. Okay, I already know it all. So you're dealing with a know-it-all. Good for them. They're in debt. Yeah, this is embarrassing and disgraceful. They were willing to do whatever it took to win. But whoever they were working with, they're looking kind of ashamed of themselves, right? Oh, dear. Because everything they threw towards you went right back to them. So there's some sort of digital trail or some sort of trail leading back to whomever this is. Everybody they were working with is taking on losses now. This was born out of ego, jealousy, pettiness, and cruelty. There's a lot of abuse involved. Somebody's assessed the situation here. They're willing to do whatever it takes by calling you. I don't know. Somebody's going to whistle blow. Somebody's in their, maybe they're drinking, getting some liquid courage to contact you. Somebody was really malicious, okay? They were playing mind games with you. You can't be manipulated, male or female. This is somebody that's superficial and shallow, okay? They're very self-absorbed. Right now they're crying the blues. Because you let them go, you're not renting space. They're not renting space in your head, you're free. They gotta let you go. I don't know, they can't restrict you any longer. You saw through the illusions, or other people are seeing through the illusions. And people want to detach from this person. They can't bind you. If it's a contract, it's non-binding. It's a non-binding contract. You have no addictions, obsessions, or codependency issues. It's a clean break, I heard. Someone's going to be arrested, or this is illumination. They can't hold you back. They can't hold you back. You overcame everything. Somebody's acting like a victim now. They wanted you arrested because they said that you victimized them. They don't see what's coming. They're getting let go. They're going to have to let go of their bullshit stories, okay? They're being blocked, let go. They have an STD, or you let them go, or they said they let you go because you gave them an STD. It's all bullshit. Somebody's jealous and lazy and angry. Okay, King of Pentacles, male or female. This is a bully. All money motivated, get rich quick schemes, greedy, selfish, a bully, a tyrant, corrupt, materialistic. Don't want to work for the money, want to spend it though, right? Them and their, yeah, it's a home, a marriage, a business. Something to do with stability. You're staying in your power. Male or female, you go your own way. You're not afraid. You're going to speak up when you need to. You're not afraid to speak up. You're a leader of sorts. Or this is, oh boy, look at this. You're going towards your higher level soulmate connection. Now that could be family. That could be love. That could be friend or business. But you're going to be dancing. You're going to be celebrating here. That could be you. It could be you and another person. They're jealous. They were jealous. Gold digger to cloud chaser. You both hold authority, some sort of authority, spiritual or otherwise. You're both innovative, captivating. You're not afraid. You're both courageous leaders. You do what's right. You protect and defend the underdog. So this could be business, this could be love, family, and or friend, but you were coming together to do maybe to start a foundation, some sort of work, you know what I mean? You're going to be celebrating. It looks good for you. It could be a relationship. Congratulations. It could be a marriage. But I'm sensing more. If it's a marriage, you both have the same ideals. You're both courageous. You're both innovative. You're attracting. You're alluring. You do the things. You take the noble approach. Okay, you have morals, ethics, and honor. Both of you do. And you both... you're a good fit. So congratulations. Fertility. So you're growing something new. It could be a baby. Congratulations. Or a couple of babies. I don't know. Somebody's heartbroken over this because you've ascended. They didn't want you to ascend. Somebody's a liar. You blocked them. They're heartbroken over this. You could be a divine feminine energy, male or female. And they want to ride the wave. You know what I'm saying? Block them. You know, they want to get in on whatever it is you got going. They want the spotlight. They need an audience at all times. They're so self-absorbed. You could be in the spotlight And they're so self-absorbed that they need to get back into your energy. You know what I mean? They don't want to be part of your audience. They want to be part of your pussy. So they want to pop up on you. Surprise visit, reaching out in person. Oh, hey, I didn't know you were famous and you were successful. No, I was just thinking about you. You crossed my mind yesterday. After all the fuck shit I put you through. You know what I mean? That was yesterday. But I thought about you and I thought, you know what? They probably miss me. I could add things to their lives. So what do you say? Let's get together for a drink. Fuck off. You're 10 steps ahead. This is the devil you're dealing with. Sorry, not sorry, okay? Some of these people, ew. Grimy. Hooked. They're trying to bait you or they're being baited right now. Let's see where else it's going to go. This is funny. This was in reverse. Distracted. They can't distract you. They're trying to distract you because they want to start over with you. Because they know that you're something new is hatching in your life. You're an opportunist. Looking for new opportunities. Let it go and move on. Forge ahead. Fresh vision. Closed doors. That door is closed. It's locked. I told you. It's sealed. It's bricked up. Fuck that shit. Goodbye. This. Put it back, they said. You could be a teacher of sorts. You could be teaching somebody or you're getting taught. Whoever this is or whomever, they're getting taught. They're corrupt. Yeah, keep your corruption over there, okay? They caused you a lot of loss. Could be a loss of a person. This is a cemetery as well. They wanted to maybe have you lose your life. I don't know. You went into solitude and you healed, okay? Or you work alone. I don't know. Take it for whatever this is. Only in solitude will you do that healing work. So this is business. Oh, it's all business. Yeah, it's just work. You know what I mean? So if I cost somebody's life or I cost you a lot of money or your family, it's just business. Don't take it personal. That's what I'm picking up. It's just investment. It has something to do with investment and giving money. It could be an inheritance, a life insurance. They did say life insurance, did it not? I can't remember. Anyways, it was all self-imposed. It was all self-serving. It was greed. It was jealousy. It was a whole bunch of shit. Lower vibrational shit. And that's why they did what they did. So they're going to expect you to, forgive them with these excuses. Yeah, that's nothing. Yeah, it's understandable. Yeah, anybody would do that. Yeah, any day. Yeah, everybody would do that. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, fall. They're taking the big fall. They don't want to take a big fall or something's going to happen this fall. They wanted you to take a big fall, but you're not Humpty Dumpty. They are. Okay? Thank you. You're very innovative. They're disappointed. They want to seek forgiveness now. They're disappointed because they're seeking forgiveness and they're not going to get it. I mean, you forgive them, go your own way, fuckwit, I don't care what you do, get out of my life, forgiven. You forgive for yourself, right? Because you don't want to carry their crap around with you for the rest of your days. That's what forgiveness is all about. It's letting it go and growing, learning from that disappointing situation and moving on. You hold on to it, you hold on to that anger, you hold on to that, you're giving them power. And that's what they're seeking, right? I'm just letting you know. You can do what you want, but I don't understand why people want to hold on to this crap day in and day out. You know, that's just perpetuating this victimness, this victimhood. Do you want to be their victim? I don't. I'm nobody's victim. They tried to victimize, but they won't make you a victim. You know what I'm saying? There's enough people who don't want to heal and they walk around in victimhood. Every day they're a victim of something or someone. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm saying you're attracting that. The more you act like a victim, the more that victimhood is seeking you out. 1133, more 33s here. Crossroads, decision, intuition, guidance, choice, path, trust, direction. If you're at a crossroads and unsure which way to go, this number is a reminder to trust your intuition. Follow your gut feeling to guide you through your decision. It could be you or them. What'd I tell you? 33 yet again. Sorry, this kind of got beat up, but anxiety. Oh, it's anxiety song by Black Eyed Peas. If I remember, I'll post it. So somebody's going through a lot of anxiety. Calm, resilience, trust, support, inner strength, overcoming fear. Don't let anxiety or stress take control. I don't know what that word is. They will only pull you into darkness where fear and panic prevail. Stay strong and trust yourself. The angels have faith in you. You're being tested. I just heard that. How are you going to handle this? Oh boy. Every day's a test. 2323. Endless cycles, charisma, communication, society, movement, journey, repetitive circumstances, and patterns. There's some truth you're resistant to accept over and over again until you're tired and restrained beyond depression. It takes a decision to live life for yourself. Life is all about passion. Then you make a change and the world around you follows. So if you're wondering why life hasn't changed, it's because you're stagnating. Whether it's I don't know, a way of life, addictions, whether it's the people around you or just how you're looking at life. You're not willing to change or take on anybody else's take on life. You know what I mean? We can disagree to disagree. But you have to be able, the true, how's that saying go? To be truly intelligent is to be able to take on other people's opinions. You don't have to take them on and live them, but to understand where they're coming from, you don't have to agree with them. But you're not going to argue with them. That is the true. I can't remember how it goes. I'll have to find it out. Right now I can't think straight. I don't know why. 77, awakening. Enlightenment, breakthroughs, success, epiphanies, spiritual growth, transformation. You're undergoing a profound spiritual awakening that will lead you towards a path of success. Epiphanies and breakthroughs in all aspects of your life. One of those aha moments. Well, I didn't see it that way. You know what I mean? Or I remember a long time ago, I don't know why I felt this way. I guess I was conditioned, but I always felt like I had to answer somebody's phone call, answer somebody's message, whether I liked them or not, but I wasn't rude. I was always calm. I was always respectful. Not always were they with me. Until one day I thought, you know what? I don't have to answer. If I don't want to speak to anybody, if I'm giving an example, there's somebody in my life that keeps coming in and out of my life. They keep fucking me over. And then, a while will go by, time will go by, they'll come back and say they're sorry. And I felt like I had to honor that. They apologized. I had to take the higher road. You know what I mean? Turn the other cheek. Until I realized I don't have to listen to their apologies. I don't have to listen to them ever again. I don't have to let them into my life. That's what I'm trying to say. It was a big epiphany for me. Now I know. If I don't want you in my life, you're not in my life. I don't have to have a reason. If you give me the heebie-jeebies, I don't get a good vibe from you. Well, I'll talk to you later. I don't wish you ill. I wish you well. Just go your way, I'll go mine. 101, starting over. Intelligence, dynamics, making a difference, failures, personal or spiritual development. Happiness is linked to self-expression, growth, and experience. Learning from failures is key. If somebody doesn't want to learn from their mistakes, they're never going to elevate. They're never going to learn anything. They're never going to get anywhere in life. Happiness is real, possible, and around. Understand its process and the pursuit of it. Joy is fluid. It's in the little things and the big ones. Fails are fun, start fresh. But too many people are out there with too much pride. They would never say they were wrong. And I when I was in my 20s, I could never say I was wrong. I could never say I was sorry. I get it, right? Until I started saying I was sorry. I started humbling myself, and I thought, that was easy. It was a lot less stressful, too. It took care of a lot of problems. It didn't perpetuate arguments or bad feelings. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm going to tell you I'm wrong, and I'm sorry. There's no harm in that. I'm not losing face. I'm saving face. I'm saving relationships. I'm saving time. I'm saving, heartbreak. I'm saving things from perpetuating, getting worse. But a lot of people nowadays can't do that. And I notice this a lot of the younger ones. I think it has something to do with age. I don't know. I could be wrong. There's people that are humble and aren't like that at an early age, and there's people that are a lot older and they're still like that. So it varies, right? There's no, you know what I'm saying, right? We're not going to label people or age groups. I'm just letting you guys know, when you're younger, you don't have that experiential wisdom. Therefore, you don't have anything to compare it to, or anything to say, you know, I better not do that because the last time I did that, I got in trouble. You know, stuff like that. It is what it is. So 0909, new beginnings, is in keeping, starting over, new beginnings, great chances, opportunity, courage, accomplishment, endings, conclusions, big love. Look out for an opportunity that might be a game changer. So keep your eyes open. You're completing something major. It feels good to level up. Close the old chapter. A new adventure will unravel. So I guess Spirit is waiting for you to close a chapter, close a door, end a cycle, heal. Because something beautiful is around the corner. Why would you want to not have that? You know what I mean? 45, 47, I looked up. Maybe you're stopping this from happening, or you're preventing it, or you're slowing it down by not closing that door or doing that healing work, okay? I don't know what the story is. Everybody's story is different. So we'll get a couple of these and then we'll end it. Okay, so a door. Again, doors are opening here. Opportunities are waiting for you. They're hammering it home. So whomever's read this is, you'll know. You'll just feel it. You know what I'm saying? You know what you got to do, obviously. Even if it's just a little more healing, or it's hard to admit the truth sometimes about a person, a situation, a relationship, about ourselves sometimes. We know it. It's niggling us at the back of our minds, but we haven't really made that, not connection. What I'm saying is we haven't just radically accepted it. That's the word I'm looking for. I've been in relationships where I didn't want to believe that they didn't care about me, that they were lying to me, until I accepted it, and then I saw it for what it is, and it hurt less. Do you understand? It's nothing to do with you. It's with them, okay, with the situation. Yeah, you're getting crowned here. Congratulations. Honor and respect will come to you. I love it for you. Congratulations. Keep going in the same way. Finish up what you need to finish up. It's different for everybody. Maybe you just need to move. Maybe you need to start that business. Maybe you need to, I don't know. It's different for everybody. Or maybe you just need to say no. It is what it is. I love you guys. I hope you like the read. And until next time, take care.